Hello, it's Shantae with Brown Sugar Talk and the Black Unicarns. Good morning. Today is a day that should not have happened, and this is the problem. So, today, the CPS, I have CPS as an appointment, all right? So, it's a voluntary situation or whatever, but I was like, well, that'd be good for Blake. Like, when I'm having these fits and stuff, because you can't stop the triggers, you can't stop the thoughts going through the process. So the first thing that happened this week was I was raped by a guy named Carlos at Olive Garden. And I'm not making these stories up like I'm so serious. Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with the frats or whatever. I thought he was a friend or whatever, again, raped. So I didn't flirt with him. I didn't do nothing like that, and it's like I don't even want to go through those steps because it's just some things that shouldn't even happen. Like it's like some things is just not an excuse. It wasn't an excuse for him to rape me. It wasn't something where I was trying to be close to him or nothing like that. It wasn't nothing. He just raped me. And this was in college. I was working at Olive Garden. I think I was living in Collinsville. At that time, I had a car. And I think we went out somewhere. And yeah, he raped me. So when I got back to work, I actually just looked at him in the kitchen. And I was like, you raped me. And I told the people there too. And I guess because I'm so calm about it, everybody just it's like just blown off or blown out of proportion. And at that time, they just all just wanted to make fun of my teeth because they were yellow. Or, it was always something that they tried to make me feel insecure about. So I'm outside and I'm just looking, and it's a man that get out the car. And I'm not going to say that it's him because I don't know. But he got the same build as him. He looked like he probably would look if he got older, And the bad thing is, for me, the good thing was his motherfucker wrinkled and ugly, And so I see him and he waving me. I ain't even wave back, because I'm looking like, is this nigga Carlos? Like, I have to actually try to figure the shit out. So, I don't know, come to yesterday, the CPS girl come over here. And I'm telling her stuff. I knew everything was going crazy when she started repeating stuff from my shows. So then she started, repeating stuff from the fucking podcast. And it's like, the podcast got fucking 7 subscribers. That's all. Like, it ain't even like I got, so many subscribers. It's a lot of people sometimes that listen, but it's like, I don't even know the people that listen. I don't get comments. I don't get anything, right? Okay? Which is weird, too, because this is my show. I had more comments on Facebook, all this different stuff. So anyway, so she come over here. I explained to her a certain part of the story. When she get ready to leave, I said, oh yeah. She said, well, she said, I didn't know if you would be here or something like that. She said, I'm late. I'm sorry. She said, I didn't know if you would be here. I said, okay. So I was like, no, we always here. I was like, I got your call, whatever. I call it back. So, anyway, I'm about to, this, now listen, because I know this sounds so crazy to everybody. It's so crazy. It makes no sense. Oh my God, it's so crazy to everybody. No, let me detail it for you. So, after she leave, I tell my son, I got an appointment at 3 o'clock. I got to go get a mammogram. Okay? And my son what's a mammogram? I got to take my titties out. I got to put my titties out there. I said, they smush my titties to see if they, they check my titties. He I'm going anyway. I'm going. I'm going. So there's some of this conversation was in the house. The rest of it was on the porch. So when we get on the porch, I was like, I don't want you to go. I was like, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to see my titties. I don't want you up in there with me. He said, yeah, I don't want to see them. He said, but I want to go. I got to get out the house. I'm like, okay. I say, and then anyway, you too young. I say, you got to be a certain age for you to get up in there, for you to come into the building. And really, for real, y'all, these are just me and my son joking around. This is shit that they've been doing, okay? This just me and my son playing. This me and my son just having a fucking conversation. Now, this what they gonna do. Because it's outside and not inside. You see what I'm saying? If you check the law in Illinois, they can't record what's inside my house. That's all they've been trying to do is record what's that's what they've been doing. Recording what's inside my house. Okay? Now, they want to record on the outside of the house because if we talk outside, the open conversation is a free-for-all. You see what I'm saying? They can record the conversation. They can do whatever they got to do with the conversation. Okay? Look. This how I'm finna tell y'all that they are abusing me. They think that I don't know if they think this some kind of sadistic or masochistic shit, but I think this that shit Marcus was into. I think Marcus confused me as one of these people because I'm not, okay? When I get to the hospital, the lady then says, as soon as we get in the hospital, she said, he can't come in here because he not 17 years old. And I'm doing this with like a black lady. It's not a black woman. But anyway, he can't come here because he's 17. He's not 17 years old. You have to go up there and ask if there's an exception. For what? I don't even say nothing. I asked the lady. She said, well, oh, hold on. I got to contact these people. Oh, no, I got to call. So she had to contact 2 people. Then the third person was her boss. So me and my son waiting, we just looking at each other like through the window. You know, I'm pacing the floor, I'm walking around, I'm looking. The whole time I'm starting to have another anxiety attack. Like the anxiety is building up because it is no reason for these people to be doing this. You see what I'm saying? If I'm his mother and he's with me and he's not a 3-year-old child running around the building, what is wrong with him coming into the building? There's no reason for me to ask for an exception. There's no reason for me to ask for shit. They do this shit at the grocery store too. It's just right now, we're going to make this exception. But next time, listen to me. I've been telling y'all that y'all not doing the right thing. And I'm telling you that you trying to be too much into my life. You see what I'm saying? This is my personal life. This ain't got nothing to do with none of y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with school. This ain't got nothing to do that's in this house, at this house, with none of y'all. And that's what I was explaining to the CPS lady. I'm like, do you know how old I am? Do you know how long I've been taking care of my fucking self? And I even told a student at the school, I said, if somebody try to take over your life like this, I said, you never gonna like that. I said, because if you always been taking care of yourself, because so many kids they'll try to, well, my parent wasn't third. My parent didn't do this. My parents never did that. You see what I'm saying? My parents never micromanaged me. That's what it is, micromanagement. So, and that's what's been happening. So that's how I know it may be this lady that was living in an apartment below me in Frisco, because she moved out before we came here, okay? I never saw her face. She always was like trying to hide, like she didn't want nobody to see her. Anyway, so we at the office. I'm actually about to have a true anxiety fucking attack. It's like, it feels up in my stomach. You see what I'm saying? It's not fur. Because people will be like, well, that's what it says. It's fur. It's not fur. You know, it ain't no shit that you can just pray off. It's because somebody is creating a situation in your life that you don't even want to be there. That was not a problem. My son coming into that building wasn't a problem. The whole time he was in the building, there was not a problem. So all me and my son had to do was actually walk our asses in the building and go downstairs. Not only that, let me tell y'all, the man who picked us up, he got in the car and stuck his finger up his nose. When I'm driving for real, I got boogers in my nose. He had a whole booger. I don't know if he just took his finger and stuck it up his nose. I think that these people actually think this shit funny. And I'm telling you, I don't want to be around no germs or nothing. Like, I actually fucking had a nervous fucking breakdown because of nasty ass people. And he just stuck his whole fucking finger up his fucking nose. And he got some kind of like booger shit coming out. Then it fell down on his pants. I said, okay, it fell on your pants. I don't know if they just like trying to see me freak out or something like that or whatever. I'm not on a show. So once he do that, I'm realizing I just signed my fucking name with your damn pen. You know, like, even if I have to do this, I get the hand sanitizer or I go wash my hands. He didn't do nothing like that. He actually just kept driving. So we in this nasty booger finger ass car. You see what I'm saying? So then we get there. He talking about, well, you know, if you need us, call us back. So he give me this little paper to call Tom. Okay? That's the part of the story I just skipped. So I'm going to get back down to when we go down to the office. So we finally get down to the office and we chilling, you know. And my son got his phone. Oh, that's the other thing the lady asked. She said, well, what he going to do? What he going to do when he get down there? First off, that's not your business. I say he already knows what to do when he get there. That's not your business. This the shit I'm talking about. How they start trying to be personal and shit. I don't know you. So why the fuck are you talking to me? You see what I'm saying? Just pick up the fucking phone, ask what the fuck you gotta ask, and let us move on with our fucking life. Instead, you didn't eavesdrop out here. You didn't took the shit to the office, right? I done started having an anxiety attack because of you. My son having an anxiety attack because the man in the car fucking weird. Y'all see the shit they putting us through? And so still, somebody out there really thinking that me and my son actually, we feel good about this, because we don't. So now, we get downstairs or whatever. I had a little appointment or whatever. Me and my son, we start to leave. And this the part that's the heartbreaker. This is the fucking heartbreaker right here. We outside. Me and him just sitting out there talking. We just out there talking. So one of the cars pull up, the man car. And we thought it was for us. We didn't verify it. When the man first came here this time, he was like, Shantae Schuler, you know, whatever. This is my second time riding this shit, you know, do this man car. The man didn't ask me my name or nothing. I didn't have to sign a paper. He said, so where you guys got to go? I say, oh, we got to go to Jack in the Box. Okay. And so I was like, yeah, we just got to go to Jack in the Box. I say, just drop us off there. You know, because the other guy, he also got in the car and verified the address and stuff. Again, I'm not thinking. Me and my son just kind of want to just go, right? But this the thing. The whole time I'm thinking that it's my problem because I didn't verify. But then I thought about it, I'm like, the man should have never been there. This is the man that has been stalking us. We got in a car with the man that has been stalking us. He dresses like a woman. When I saw his face this time, he is the person that was in Texas. And he looked like he could be a woman. He's not a woman. It's an actual fucking man. He had dressed like this heavyset woman. He dressed like the heavyset woman up here at Schnucks one day. I didn't go back in and pass her because I was scared of what I would do. I cussed the other woman out that been following us too. So this man is actually putting on fat suits and shit like that, dressing like other people. This time he put like all this grimy shit in his teeth, and he in the car talking to my son about bikes. My son sitting in the front seat with him. I ain't asked my son yet if he touched him, because that shit gonna fucking make me blow the fuck up. I don't want him touching him. I don't want him near him. I don't want him fucking breathing on my son. Then when we get to Jack in the Box, he gonna ask me, do you have 7? Don't you have, what about the payment for the ride? I said, what payment? I was like, you the man call. What the fuck? They ain't say nothing about no payment. He said, oh, they just bill you that way? I said, yeah. I don't know what the fuck they do. I said, you need me to call? He didn't want me to call. So he was like, oh, no, it's on me. When I finally get up here to this house and I realized I need to I was about to call the police, right? I was about to call the police. And I was like, that shit's strange. Actually, I was going to call the company to check. When I get to my phone and look on my phone, the lady called me 4 times and the boss called me once, Tom. They say that when the lady picked up the phone, she said, yeah, we looked for you everywhere. She said, you weren't there. She said, we even went inside the building. The fucking stalker. The fucking stalker. I was in a car with the man that's stalking me. Didn't even know. It just didn't feel right. We just so happened made it to Jack in the Box. But we in a car with the fucking stalker. And I was actually in here crying because I put my son in another dangerous position. But it ain't even me. He shouldn't have even been there. Y'all see how we'll fuck ourselves up? I was in here. I woke up out of my sleep the first time. We'll fuck ourselves up over some shit that a motherfucker will do. A fucking white man. And the whole time, it's evidence of how fucking crazy they are. The craziest motherfuckers out here is a fucking white man. The reasoning that they have behind the shit they do is not even credible. But yet and still they get away with so much shit. It don't make fucking sense to me. It don't make fucking sense to me. Why the fuck would you put on a fucking costume and put something on your fucking car? The other thing is, I kept telling the crisis center too. How would he know that we were there? How would he know that that is what we needed at that time? He shouldn't even know any of my wants, my needs, my thoughts, my feelings, nothing. I don't know this motherfucker. Then when I call the crisis people or the domestic violence people, they try to say, well, we thought you got to be in a relationship or something like that. Then even the stalker people say that. This got to be your husband or your boyfriend. No, bitch. It don't. And I know that's to be true. We can't call out on any phone that we have, right? Because they'll reroute the calls to some stupid bitch. Some stupid, fucked up ass fucking white man. I called the news people because I'm just like, something is fucking wrong. Where y'all don't get that you are fucking torturing me. It ain't no fucking way that I should have been in the car with no fucking stalker. And that's the shit I'm trying to tell y'all. If this motherfucker got those kind of details, why do they have those kind of details? Why would he have that detail? Why would he have enough information to fuck up my day like that? And you got all these people around me. We're going to help you cope. Cope with the fuck what? What the fuck are we coping for? It ain't no fucking way we supposed to cope with no shit like that. So how the fuck do you do that? How the fuck do you cope with a motherfucker listening to your every fucking word and passing it around the fucking street? How do you cope with trying to raise your fucking child and people out here taking your jokes and making it into a stressful situation? How do you cope with that? How do you cope with all the problems you already got for being black and a woman and then being somebody's fucking mother? How the fuck do you cope with that? How the fuck do you cope with people that been raised around you on fucking drugs and fucking drinking and now they so out of their fucking mind they can't believe shit you say? How do you do that? How do you cope with people going through your shit and destroying your fucking relationships because this bitch too stupid to fucking learn how to fucking leave people the fuck alone? How do you cope with that? How do you cope with stereotypes that people will give you? First you too black, then you too white, now you too this and you too that. How do you do that? When the whole time you've been sitting here minding your own fucking business. So how the fuck do you cope? Then this bitch on the phone, I'm not saying that, Miss Schuler. I'm not saying that, Shantae. You saying something? And you shouldn't be fucking talking. I told this bitch, you don't need to pick up the fucking phone no more. You so horrible at this fucking job. Take out the trash. Don't pick up the fucking phone. She don't know. I can't give you solutions to the problem. I can't suggest anything. I'm not telling you that. I'm saying listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Because me and my son did not have to have that experience. Then not only that, let me tell y'all how I know they wrote this shit down. It had to be Crystal and Marla and Brandon. Crystal, Marla, and Brandon. All of them crazy. I had told them the story. I always tell the story about how I started to lose weight. When I first started to lose weight, I had my shoes. I couldn't tie my shoes. I was going up the stairs. I couldn't tie my shoes. I started breathing hard. And that was another kicker because the boy had already left. Marcus left. It was probably like a couple of days. I hurt my leg because I dropped his TV. I ended up messing up my ankle or something like that when I went to, and I had to go get a protective order. When I was after getting a protective order, they had to actually help me out because my ankle had swollen so bad. Because I was I stayed at the office all day. So when I get back or whatever, I tried to go up the steps. Because at this point I had a lot of steps. It was hard for me to walk with that boot. So I go up the steps and I can't breathe. I tried to tie my shoe. I couldn't even fucking bend down to tie my shoe. That's how heavy I was. You see what I'm saying? That's how I know this motherfucker was drugging me. If y'all would have saw my face, my hair, my skin, you would have been like, this is not even the same fucking person. I look like I'm a sister of myself, or a sister that is drug addicted or something, right? And I wasn't even on drugs. According to him, I was just, he already gave me this speech. You was drinking almond milk and doing all this stuff in this article, and look at you, look at yourself. Okay, all right, cool. So he leave. I lose the weight. But something else, I used to eat fast food. I used to get like a burger, just a burger, and just like cut in half. I eat it for lunch and I eat the other half for dinner. Real strict on myself. But the thing that I was telling Crystal was, and I know I only told this to Crystal, I said, I had to, I said, fast food just got nasty to me. I said, I stopped eating the fast food because they kept messing up the orders and stuff like that. So not only how they been doing, they did this in Texas too. I go to Chick-fil-A or I go somewhere else, they'll mess up our order. So today they messed up my son's order. Then not only that, they took some sauce and put it inside his box with his food. All this different stuff. And this is how I know that they know you know too much. And that's the problem, because it wasn't for you to know. It wasn't for you to know. And that's all it was. It was just for me to be able to write. And y'all keep taking this over some fucking over the top. Today that man actually crossed a boundary. He crossed a boundary. There's no reason for a person that we don't know to pick us up. The people that should have picked us up were the people that were supposed to be there to keep us safe. Not unsafe people. This has been the same man that was following us in a Walmart. This has been the same man that's been trying to follow us with the bus. He had to have followed us to West Virginia to go pick up the bus. Because when I was at Taco Bell, anytime we made a stop to get something to eat, he'll order the same thing behind us and then use the name Brandon. I don't know if it's Brandon, because the man, he got a build like Brandon and he keep wearing disguises. Brandon's starting to have like those, he looked like that Sandman dude in the face. That's not how Brandon's face would look. That Sandman dude, that's how his face looked. So I don't know when Brandon's face started doing it. At this point, none of this shit makes sense to me, and I'm not about to search and try to figure it out either. Because that's not my job. It was no reason for me to be able to get in the car with a stranger and we don't fucking know whether I verified or not. If that's his job, he should have verified with me. It wasn't a reason. I'm not going to blame me, and I'm not going to blame my child. I'm blaming the people that are around us that keep starting all this bullshit with us for no fucking reason. And that's how I know y'all into some kind of sadistic or mano-sadistic shit, because this shit right here, it don't make no fucking sense. The shit that y'all doing, it don't make sense. And every day, it's like y'all actually are fucking torturing me. I don't need to be reminded of rapes. The only people that know that is like, I wrote it down. I sent it to my godmother, and I sent that to my uncle. So Carlos, I ain't even said nothing about Carlos. The only way it is like it's written down on paper. I also sent it to the police stations. I sent it also to the domestic violence so I can get the fuck away from here. I have sent it to every person that I know. I have called every state official office. I have done every fucking thing I can to get out of domestic violence. And y'all can't tell me that it's not domestic fucking violence, because it is. Because that's exactly what this shit stems from. If you have a person at your job repeating what they said to you in child support court, or a person at your job, or the police officer down here repeating what was said to you by the person that was abusing you, it's a problem. And now everybody, she don't got PTSD. Ain't nobody. This man walked past me at the doctor's office. A big guy, ankles this big. And he walked past there, ain't nobody gonna take care of you for the rest of your life. I don't know what the fuck he said. I don't even know you. So if you were a problem, then maybe you should be taking care of me for the rest of my life. You see what I'm saying? Like, how would you even know that? How would you know anything about the rest of my life? I don't know if it was positive or negative when he passed me, but I'm gonna take it as negative, because you shouldn't know anything about me. Nothing should be coming out of your fucking mouth. So that's the part I'm trying to get y'all to see. Now, what part of that is not me being stalked? And then they gonna ask me, do I know him? No, I don't know him. That's why I keep turning them in. That's why I keep telling you that it was at this time and it was at this place, to maybe see if they have a camera, so you can check the camera to see if you know who the fuck he is. To see, maybe you can get a license. Maybe you can follow him yourself. We were at 2 places that should have been protecting us. And even if not that, it was a place across the street. It was another place in front of us. Somebody got something. The fat man that walked past me, he must know something, because he the one that said something about the rest of my life. Even if it is from Second Life or whatever the fuck they trying to do. From y'all little video game. I already said that I didn't know what I was doing. I even told him on the game, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. And my teacher can tell you. My teacher can tell you. We just learned how to play the game. The game got locked up. Even if that's the case. Even if you the fat man from Second Life. Or whoever the fuck you are in Second Life. The thing is, I don't fucking know you. I don't need to be tortured by you, because you can't realize that I don't know you. You did that. You have come into my computer and infiltrated everything in my life. And now you want to sit up here and say you don't need to take care of me? I didn't ask you to follow me. I didn't ask you to have some fucking stranger pick me up at the fucking hospital with my damn son. That's crossing boundaries. I didn't ask you to go through my medical records. I didn't ask you to go through my abuse or my court records with child support. I did not ask you to do that. For the men that raped me, I did not say, can you please rape me on Thursday at 3 o'clock? I just so want your dick in my face. I want you to hump me that day. Get on top of me. None of that happened. None of that happened. If I said no to you, I actually fucking meant no. If I said I didn't know, that's what I actually meant. I know it's so hard to take that from black people. You know the truth. So whatever the fuck y'all going through, I think that's the point where you need to fucking let the shit go. Because at no point have I told you to fucking follow me and fucking torture me. But then if the case gets caught, right, then you don't want to take care of me for the rest of my fucking life. I didn't ask you to do that to me. I didn't ask you to create situations of anxiety for me. I have actually been telling you to leave me the fuck alone and get the fuck out of my fucking way. But when you have mental disorders or causes where you feel like you can't, or you not to blame, or you not the person doing this, and you not, when you keep typing them fucking keys, when you keep tapping in your motherfucking phone, when you bitches out here looking like this on the phone and then talking to me, I know something wrong with you. You ain't got shit else to do. So at what fucking point do this have something to do with you? I'm up again. This is my second time up. Second time up. The first time I actually almost, I cried myself to sleep because I got in a car with a man that was in the front seat with my son, who tried to have a conversation with us about a fucking bike. Most people just get in the car and shut the fuck up. But you had to show us that you knew something about us that you weren't supposed to know. And that's how I was raped. So everybody out here, you have to cope. You have to cope, Shantae. You have to cope. You gotta get it together, honey. You know what? You gotta stop your reaction. You gotta stop it. They don't understand. What was the other one? I said, my brain was stopped. Well, didn't you think, bitch, my brain will fucking stop? Nigga. No, I can't stop a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Carlos didn't trigger me. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference in all that? Sometimes some people trigger me, some things trigger me, some things don't. Some situations start an anxiety attack, and then a trigger happens as the day goes on. I'm tired of y'all. And my son is too. And that's all I'm saying is like, just, I know that y'all want to play some kind of game or whatever, but stop doing that with me. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I don't know what kind of show or whatever the fuck y'all think y'all doing or whatever the cause of y'all problems are, but those problems have nothing to do with me and my child. If you watching and you care, please get us a relocation service. We don't want nothing to do with anybody. We need our peace. At some point, I got to be able to raise my child the correct way. At some point, I have to have relationships where people are not repeating things from my show and things like that. And today, I actually had to let her go. I said, no, you terminated. Like, we don't want nothing to do with you. All that shit happened after I told her that. And we called CPS so they can stop all the stuff that was happening. Because really, we don't have no other problems except for somebody out here trying to fucking trigger me. And by saying we don't have no other problems, what I mean is I have daily issues. We can't pay bills. We can't eat sometimes. Sometimes we got to wait for the voucher to come in the mail for us to get certain things. And we got problems. We have problems right now. But that ain't nothing compared to having to calm myself down at the fucking trigger. Over some shit that wasn't my problem in the first fucking place. Over something that I don't need to have to control. Today, a man picked me up, knew where to pick me up at, has been stalking me for all this time, and my child was in the car with him too. Today I called 3 different crisis hotlines and they say the same thing. Is this your boyfriend or your husband? Do you know who he is? That's why I'm calling you, because I don't know. All I know is he make me feel dirty. Man, anyway, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Y'all just have a good day.